What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they are out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Blazed Orange Milkshake. So they're calling this one a Milkshake Double IPA that is brewed with oranges, vanilla, and lactose. Comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just over 2.5 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher, and more specifically Jeremiah, for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies they sent my way. And let me just say that this one piques my interest quite a bit, and I've heard a lot of good things about this one. I've heard even better things about the double Blazed Orange Milkshake, and yeah, can't wait to get into this one. Now, it is not ideal freshness right now at just over 2.5 months old, but you know, real life got in the way. Beer and beer reviews got put on the back burner, so I do apologize to Jeremiah and Hop Butcher for not getting to this one sooner. I'm hoping it holds up. Jeremiah has mentioned that he thinks their beer holds up quite well, and I would tend to agree with them. So I'm hoping this has all the goodness that I expect from it. Now, in the back here, tasting notes, they say juicy oranges, creamy vanilla, and orange creamsicle. So that's what I'm hoping for, an orange creamsicle in beer form. You know, milkshake IPAs in general kind of are hit and miss for me. Sometimes they're delicious, sometimes they're not. It all depends on the beer. This one, I just feel like if you can give me an orange creamsicle with some IPA characteristics, sign me up. Anyway, let's give it a pour into the Beer Tree glass, because Beer Tree does some great milkshake IPAs. Their pineapple creamsicle is one of my favorite beers, period. So anyway, yeah, that pours out this really deep, dark honey orange color, very murky and turbid. It plays the role of a milkshake double IPA with oranges in it for sure. Has about a finger of this really tightly compact, bubbled type of just creamy head to it. I would say off-white, the color of it. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Let's get a nose. Yeah, orange creamsicle. This reminds me, there's a lot of vanilla. This reminds me of pineapple creamsicle from Beer Tree in terms of the amount of vanilla in here and how it's coming off the nose. Obviously not pineapple, oranges instead. But yeah, melted down orange creamsicle. That vanilla is very prominent. At almost 3 months old, still very prominent. Listen, one thing I don't try to do to people when it comes to my reviews is bullshit you. I can sit here and be like, oh, it's this and that and, you know, 7,000 different flavors. It's not. It's orange creamsicle, melted down in beer form. That's what I'm smelling. And I can't get much past that. I mean, it's just oranges. It has an orange juicy kind of quality to it. And then a really, they say creamy vanilla on, like, literally says creamy vanilla and orange creamsicle. And it's spot on. The tasting notes for this is spot on for what I'm smelling. Hopefully carries over in the taste bud. My mouth is salivating. I just basically spit my glass. I'm a mess. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jeremiah. It's fucking dynamite. This right here, this, dynamite. Dynamite. It's orange creamsicle. And what I love about this one is it still has some beer aspect to it. Man, let's get into the body mouthfeel, then we'll get into the taste, because it's way more complex than the nose. Nose, I basically said orange creamsicle because that's it. Taste is a little bit more complex than that, but the orange creamsicle is the main culprit, or the main, let's say culprit, the main character, main tasting note. That's what it is. Body in this one, it's medium to higher side of medium body. The mouthfeel, it's Hop Butcher. I get sick of really breaking down the mouthfeel for Hop Butcher because it's not much of a breakdown. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's soft, it's luscious, it's velvety, smooth. It's just fantastic. It's like a pillow. And their mouthfeels, I have yet to be disappointed by one of the from a mouthfeel of any of their hop forward offerings. Like, they're all fantastic. So right at the get-go, it's orange creamsicle right at the forefront. It's sweet orange. It's that creamy vanilla they're talking about, but like a sweeter vanilla. And that hits right at the front. Carries through the first half of the palate. But then for me, the orange starts breaking down, and it's not just juicy orange anymore. Middle of the palate, there's like a pithy, zesty kind of orange character to it. Almost like you're getting closer to the rind or the pith of the orange. The creamy vanilla kind of dissipates, and this almost pine, slight dank-esque quality comes to the forefront. So it transitions in from orange creamsicle to more of a rind-esque kind of orange quick character, along with a dank kind of pine character as well. And then it passes through and continues on through the palate. And then at the end, the vanilla hits again, and you get more of a juiciness. So it's like front end orange creamsicle, back end orange creamsicle, in the middle, more of a rind, pithy kind of orange sensation with a dank pine resin. What I like about that middle section that kind of breaks up the monotony of the orange creamsicle is it makes it a little bit more complex, but also just stops it from being one note, which is the orange creamsicle. And it also introduces like a mild kind of bitterness too, so it's not just straight on sweet. 7.5%, I couldn't even tell you outside of just the mouthfeel and the body. Like, it has the body of a double IPA. It has the mouthfeel of what I'd associate of a bigger IPA or a double IPA in general. But, like, no alcohol is detected. This is fucking delicious, killer stuff right here. Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's just, it's so good. I have a buddy, Jerry, who told me about the double Blazed Milkshake being one of his favorite beers of all time, and he drinks some amazing stuff, other half, Mortalis, you know, some of the big heavy hitters when it comes to like hype breweries. And he had the double Blazed Orange Milkshake, and he was like, just one of my favorite beers of all time. I was like, man, I would love to try that sometime. So the fact that I got the chance to try the regular version of this, or the double IPA version, makes me excited for the chance at some point, hopefully, if they brew it again, to try the double version of this, because in my mind, I'm like, how can they make this better? I'm really not sure. Like, I'd imagine the double's 9-10%. It has to be increased, as assume ABV-wise. But like flavor-wise, this is really good. It's not my favorite beer of all time or anything, but it's up there as far as one of my favorite milkshake beers of all time. It's just so good. Let me take a sip and we'll rate it. Yeah, I'm going to give Blazed Orange Milkshake from Hop Butcher a high 4.5 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.6 out of 5. It's that good. Almost gets in the 4.75 range. Yeah, just 4.6 out of 5 is a fantastic score. I don't know why it gets in the 4.75 range. That's what my brain is telling me. Give it a 4.6 out of 5, so I did. I just love the mouthfeel. The body's appropriate. Orange creamsicle for sure. And what they said in the tasting notes, from juicy oranges to creamy vanilla to orange creamsicle, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what's in my glass. I get a bitterness. I don't get a lot of IPA character from it. Like, I'm not getting substantial, but it's Citra and Strata hops they're using. And honestly, it's 2.5 months old. Probably not going to get it. But with milkshake IPAs, that's one of the things that I don't. It's the same thing with sour IPAs. A lot of times I just don't get the IPA portion. It turns into whatever fruits are thrown in there, or whatever the base style is. And this one's kind of the same, but I do get that bitterness and kind of that pine, like resin kind of quality in the middle of the palate. So that's where the IPA shows up for me. I think to get in a 4.75, I want a little bit more of that, but at the end of the day, it's a great fucking beer. So price and availability on this one, I think it's $14.99 a 4-pack. If not, it's $17.99. Regardless, I'd easily pay $20 a 4-pack for this all day, every day. It's that good of a beer. $5 a can all day. But if it is $14.99 a 4-pack, yeah. If it's $17.99 a 4-pack, yeah. It's either $14.99 or $17.99. Regardless, it's fucking great beer. And distribution, Chicago area. If you can get your hands on Hop Butcher stuff, I always recommend it, because yes, they send me stuff, and usually I speak positively about them because their beers are fucking delicious. I'm not just saying that to say that. So if you live in Chicago or anywhere around the Chicago area, you owe it to yourself to grab some Hop Butcher stuff. They just make quality beer, and this is one of my favorite from them. 4.6 out of 5 speaks volumes about how much I enjoy this beer. So I'm really happy I got a chance to try this one. Hopefully down the line I get a chance to try the double orange milkshake. I just, like I said, can't imagine it being much better than this, but it has to be, right? So many people have said good things about it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm shutting it down. Thank you very much to, so I think I mentioned 7.5%, and I really can't tell other than the body mouthfeel. I think I already mentioned that, but if I didn't, yeah, I can't really tell. But thanks to Jeremiah and Hop Butcher for hooking me up with all the beers they hook me up with, but especially this one, because this is special. This is next level. This is fucking delicious. And thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. We have so many more Hop Butcher beers to get through, and guess what? This guy's not complaining. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one, cheers.